So we've got a brand new icon pick. This is another match day that we can throw out into the ocean, and we've got ourselves, hopefully if it's going to show me, I believe it's Beckham, Schmeichel and Lahm. Surprisingly, not a bad little trio. Now, in terms of goalkeepers, you got yourself a pretty decent one if you obviously want to go for him. I think goalkeeper's probably the least position I would go for, just because they tend to go quite cheap. Now, obviously, goalkeepers in themselves can be quite expensive, and the SBC is coming in with 5 different parts. We've got an 84 with a team in a week, 85, 86, 86 in a team in a week, and an 87. So this most definitely is not going to be the cheapest SBC. We haven't got the price as of yet, but we'll check back in a minute. In terms of individually for the cards then, let's have a look. So we've got Schmeichel coming in. He's going to be the most expensive, I believe. And I want to say 295 is when I last looked. He's coming in at 295. I mean, I get it. Like, the problem is with goalkeepers for me, I'm like, you can go buy Courtois for 40,000. There isn't going to be that much of a difference that I'll find from a goalkeeper, other than that it just secures a goalkeeper position off. Now, when you look at obviously someone like a Lahm, I think a solid right back, a solid CDM if you want to put him there, he's coming in at 270. I quite like the option of him. Again, I prefer him in CDM. He's obviously got very little on the rolls when it comes to a CDM, but that's something you could upgrade with time. Does have the Intercept Plus as well. And to be honest, you could still stick him right back and be absolutely fine. Like, he's going to be better than the vast majority of players. And then probably, name-wise, the highest, but whether you'd actually put him in, Beckham, 248 is the... What was Lahm? Literally, I've just looked at him. Lahm's 270, so yeah, he's the cheapest out of the 3. Obviously, with Beckham, he's a name. Like, it's a big name purpose. It's 260, 240. It will obviously be floating up and down at the moment. He's a great player in game. Like, passing ability is fantastic, but 260, I don't think so. Dead ball will be great for the free kicks, and maybe you could throw a little bit at him, but I do think I'd probably go with a Lahm in this sort of kind of SBC. I would say, depending how expensive this SBC truly comes in at, in fact, we know the price of that now. We got 286. So realistically, we're looking a little bit more expensive than all 3 cards put together, which is fair enough. We've got a lot of SBCs out at the moment, so it's definitely not kind of... You wouldn't expect it to be much cheaper, to be fair. Now, if you do want a test on one of them at the minimum, I quite like that they've obviously given us a Beckham here. Celebrate David Beckham's knighthood with a small Electrons pack and a 5-match loan. So I must admit, you could go ahead and utilize this SBC and try the loan out first to see if Beckham is your choice. If he doesn't really fancy the boat, then obviously you've got the choice of Lahm or Schmeichel. If it's, I just wouldn't put it as a goalkeeper. I don't think I'd do that. I wouldn't do that much of an SBC, maybe 100k, but 290, 280 I think is a bit expensive to whack on a goalkeeper when you've got Donnarumma, Alisson, Courtois that are more than capable to go in net. Lahm, like I say, in a right back position would actually suit a lot of people's teams at this point. Again, an icon in the team's fantastic. And then obviously Beckham is kind of that extra person. If you've got a lot of midfielders, I'd potentially say that. Now, obviously, you're going to get a lot of people looking at the most expensive. I don't think it's a bad option if you do choose him, but by any means. I think if you want to kind of solidify a goalkeeper, an icon goalkeeper in there, fantastic. And the only other thing I could possibly say is whether they're going to upgrade the max base icon anytime soon. We know it's at 88 at the moment, or 87, either one. They might not go up to 89 straight away. Whether they do or not, that's going to be, watch, it'll be a base icon pick next week, but that's something that we don't know yet. So at the minute, we can get Beckham in it, but we couldn't get Lahm and Schmeichel, so it's why they might be that slight bit more expensive at this moment in time. For me, it'd probably go Lahm, Beckham, Schmeichel, just purely on the fact I've got goalkeepers. At a price, obviously at the moment, it's going Schmeichel, Lahm, Beckham. But let me know down below who you're going to choose. I would recommend heavily doing the Become a Knight to see first, and then you can at least either tick Beckham off or take him off. You can kind of see which one you want to go for. But apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe. Catch you all for that next one. Peace.